going to continue with the Chapter 1 skills review. I am now focused on InDesign 1-39 as far as pages are concerned. So you want to turn to that page. We're going to continue on with our HANA document, and we're on step 18. Press and hold the space bar to access the hand tool and scroll around the image. So if you press and hold that space bar, a little hand comes up immediately. This is obviously how you can quickly navigate throughout multiple pages of a document, or even if you're scrolled in quite far here. And let's say you don't want to scroll back out, you just hit the hand tool and you can move to the next image depending on what you're working on, or you can move to a block of type that's close to it. So I'm going to hit the Control-0 to fit to page, and we'll move to step 19. Press and hold Control spacebar, Control-Alt spacebar, and that would be Command-Option spacebar. Then click the mouse multiple times to reduce the view to 25%. Okay, I'm at 25%. Click View on the menu bar. Note that the shortcut, then note the Rulers command and its shortcut key. Okay, that's Command R or Control R. Okay, so you want to note that that is going to be our shortcut, Command or Control R, to get to the rulers. Step 22. Click the pasteboard to escape the view menu. Then press Control R or Command R several times to hide and show the rulers. See, we don't see the rulers, we do see the rulers. And those rulers are around the edge of that document window. Note the units on the rulers. So does this look correct to you? Can you follow that? We changed ours to inches earlier in the previous video, so I believe that this would be just fine for us. But you want to make sure that if your rulers don't look like this, you'll go to Edit Preferences, Units and Increments. So you want to make sure once you're in that, Edit Preferences, we're in InDesign Preferences because on a Mac, that's where it's found. That's one of the discrepancies in InDesign from Mac to PC. It's under InDesign Preferences on a Mac. Okay, Units and Increments. And then it's telling us you want to change from points or picas to inches. And normally, like I said in the previous video, inches is the best way to work. Okay. Set the horizontal and vertical fields to picas. So we do want to have it in picas for this specific one, and then it tells us to change it back in the step 27. Okay, so now we're back at inches. Just so you know, you can change it in under this window and say okay. Okay, step 28. Click View on the menu bar, point to Extras, and note the Frame Edges command and its shortcut key. Okay. So view extras, show frame edges, or don't show frame edges. Now this relates to if we had it under view, extras, show frame edges, what ends up happening is we see all the frame edges, especially with our type, and sometimes that's not really nice and it doesn't allow us to have a clean view of our design when we're working. So you want to shut that off. View, extras, hide. Or you can do the quick command key, which would be Control H, Shift Control H, okay? All right. So moving along, you want to make sure that you have those hidden, because again, it's just a little easier to work without it. They do pop up when you hover over. Okay. Next, click View, point to Grids and Guides, then note Guides command and its shortcut key. View, Grids and Guides, and then you have the Show Guides, which is Controller Command semicolon. Okay, so if you want those guides to show, right now they're hidden. If you show them, you see the columns that we added to our document as you're designing. And you might want them on for designing, or you might want them off. But again, that quick command key is command semicolon to turn them off, command semicolon to turn them on. So whatever way you prefer working, if you like to see your progress in a clean way as you're working, or not. Okay, step 32, click View, or click, step 33, click the pasteboard to escape the View menu, then enter Control apostrophe in the Windows or Control apostrophe Mac repeatedly to hide and show the document grid. So you see the grid there if you want to work in a grid format or without a grid format. Step 34, click the View menu, point to Screen Mode, then click Preview. So you can go to Preview quickly, and that hides the scratchboard. So if you have elements outside on the scratchboard that you don't want to see, let's say you were practicing on a certain font or something, you can go to the Preview menu to avoid this. Okay, and now if you go to View, Screen Mode, you can go to Presentation Mode, which actually opens this up and makes it similar to a presentation. Okay, and you can hit the arrow key and go through each one of your pages. So if you're presenting to the class or to a client, you can do that and escape just to get back out. Okay, and another way to do this is to go to Normal up here to get out of it. That's another Screen Mode quick access area, which I use quite often. I would rather do that than go up to the menu. So that is InDesign 1-39. Now we're going to continue on to Skills Review InDesign 1-40. Tells us to press the up arrow on your keypad to scroll up to the first page, which we are already there. Press Escape to leave the presentation mode, which we already did. Step 40, press and hold Shift and press W to switch to presentation mode. So Shift W. So we can quickly access the presentation mode from our document by hitting Shift W. Still holding Shift, press W again to escape. So you can hit Escape or you can go to Shift W to access your regular document working mode. Okay, step 42, click Edit in the Windows or InDesign on the Mac on the menu bar, point to Preferences, again, InDesign Preferences for me because I'm on a Mac. Then click Interface. Click the Open Documents as tabs checkbox if it is unchecked. So you want to make sure that you have this checked. Usually it defaults and it opens that way, which is fine. And then say OK. Open InDesign 1-2, the document in your Chapter 1 data files. File, Open. We'll go to InDesign 1-2. We'll open that. It gives us a separate tab. So if you notice, just like some of your internet browsers, you're able to tab back and forth to different websites. Here we can tab back and forth to different InDesign documents, which is very helpful and familiar to us as a user. Okay. Step 44, position your mouse pointer over the right edge or the bottom right corner of the document, which should be here. Then click and drag to resize it. Because it's tab document, the window is fixed and cannot be resized. Drag the Hannah tab straight down approximately 1/2 of an inch. So if we go to the Hannah tab, drag it down, click and drag that tab down about 1/2 of an inch. You can untab them simply by pulling them apart, similar to how you work with your panels. Okay, position your mouse pointer over the title bar, which is here. Then click and drag and move Hannah halfway down towards the bottom of your monitor screen. Float your mouse pointer over the title bar of Hannah, click and drag to position at the top of the window besides the tab, and look, we've got that bright blue color again, and that means it's ready to tab. So those are just some of the sensitivities for InDesign. You can go ahead and close ID 1-2 without saving. Don't save. And then you can actually save Hannah. We didn't do much, we're just exploring the workspace. Save Hannah. And then we're going to start a new InDesign chapter skills review 1-41 in the next video.